Yo, this boy, the real McCoy coming at you, man. Talking about football from football fans out there, man. NFL Wildcard weekend, the playoffs about to kick off, man, tomorrow. I did the videos talking about the two AFC Wildcard games. This year, talking about the NFC, who I feel like is a little bit tougher this year, you know. But I think the NFC games are on Sunday, wildcard games. I think the 1 o'clock game is the Seahawks at the Vikings. And then the 4 o'clock or 4:30 games are, the Packers at the Redskins. We'll start off with the Seahawks, the Vikings. I think they played a few weeks ago, I believe, like week 13, 12, 14, something like that, up in Minnesota, where this game is going to be at. And the Seahawks beat them boys down. The Seahawks, that's Batman over, and Russell Wilson was absolutely on fire. He ended the season on fire, man. The last 6 or 7 weeks of the season is what put him, outside chance in the MVP, maybe a player of the year type stuff. He was on fire. But they went up there and they dominated the Vikings, man. And I'm not saying it's gonna be a repeat of the playoffs. And the playoffs is a different animal, But my concern with the Vikings would be, I don't know if their passing game is explosive enough. The Seahawks aren't known for having, a light you up type passing game, but the way it's been playing the last month and a half, it's been explosive. Like week 17, the Vikings go up to Green Bay with the division on the line to see who wins the NFC North Division, and they win, which is great. It's great for them. Preseason pick, I had the Vikings as a wild card team. They won the division, but in that game, Teddy Bridgewater only completed, I think, 10 passes for 99 yards, And I don't know if the passing game is explosive enough. I've heard that Mike Zimmer, the head coach, and the coaching staff, they don't really open up the playbook for Teddy Bridgewater just yet. If they're gonna decide to do that, then you gotta a win or go home type of game. This would be the type of game that you want to open up the playbook for them, things like that. But I mean, I don't know. That's gonna be tough. I mean, I don't know if there's enough explosion, big time plays in the passing game. Cause completing 10 passes for 99 yards, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think that's good enough to beat these Seahawks, who's been there, done that, won the NFC back-to-back years, you know what I mean? Now, even though the last 2 years, the NFC did have to go through Seattle. So, the Seahawks being the sixth seed, there's no way they're going to get any playoff game at home. They got to travel. Not saying, they can't win on the road, which we know they can. It's just going to be a different path to take this time around. If they do, win the NFC, things like that. I just don't know if there's enough explosive plays in the passing game for the Minnesota Vikings to come out victorious in this game. I think the defense will be solid. They'll play okay, things like that. They'll make it competitive. And I don't think the Vikings can afford to get down though. They need the stadium to be into it. Adrian Peterson could be big time. He could be key. He will be key in this game. Establish that run. That can definitely help open up the passing game. No doubt about that. And Teddy Bridgewater. So I think AP to be AP. If he can get 100+ yards, because it's hard to run on the Seahawks defense now. It's hard to run on their defense, man. Don't think people are they having a down year. You go look at the numbers. The Seahawks, they're still in the number one in a lot of categories defensively, things like that. So it's just, if Teddy Bridgewater is gonna arrive, I made my arrival. I'm here. This is the game to do it. Now, even though they did win week 17 on the road, which was big time, but with only 10, I think he only had 10 completions for 99 yards. I don't think that's good enough, in my opinion. So I got the Seahawks rolling on. Beast mode. Marshawn Lynch is gonna be back, things like that. Pete Carroll said he's gonna start. I don't know how many carries he's gonna get. How many reps, how many on the percentage of the plays. His stamina. You can't be in football shape, in my opinion, unless you play football. He's been out for the last 5-6 weeks, something like that, 4 weeks. But I got the Seahawks moving on. Then the next game we've got the Packers at the Redskins. This is the one game that was the most difficult for me, in my opinion. I was like, man, this one is close. I believe the Packers are a 1-point favorite. When I looked at it, I think they're a 1-point favorite. I can definitely see something like that, man. I want to pick the Redskins. I know I'm a Cowboys fan. It hurts me even to say that, but I want to pick the Redskins. I really do. But it's just, I don't know. I mean, with the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, they've been there, done that. Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl. They've been in big games. They were in the NFC Championship game last year. Should have won it. Should have been in the Super Bowl. They've played in these big time games where, this is Kirk Cousins, this is his first playoff start. Kirk's playing well. He's playing well. I think the last time they was in the playoffs was RG3's rookie year, and they lost to the Seahawks. Well, I think RG3 got hurt in that game. And I think the more complete team as far as, being able to throw the ball, run the ball, defense, things like that. Now, Green Bay's defense is a little bit better, in my opinion, than the Redskins. But I think Green Bay, they're too reliant on Aaron Rodgers to, put everything on his shoulders and go win us the game. Now, he's more than capable of doing that, but it's like I say, it's the NFL and it's the playoffs, man. Football is the ultimate team sport. It's a team game, so I mean, if they can get Eddie Lacy going, throw him in the mix, then I would lean towards Green Bay. But I don't know. I'm hearing out of Green Bay camp, some say Eddie Lacy, he's too overweight. Eddie Lacy needs to lose some weight and get in better shape and things like that. Every now and then he does have a tendency to fumble. I want to lean towards the Redskins. They're at home. Man, this one is close. And Green Bay was a 1-point favorite, man. So this game is going to be close, in my opinion. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, Aaron Rodgers could light him up and get red. I mean, man, this one is close, man. I do think the Redskins have a better running game though, with Alfred Morris and those guys. I want it when after week 17 and the playoff brackets first came out. My first look at it, I said Redskins. I said, okay, Redskins are going to beat them because the Packers, they're not playing well. They're just not playing well. As a whole, as a team, they're not playing well. Aaron Rodgers is getting sacked. He threw a late pick against the Vikings. The wide receivers are having a hard time beating one-on-one press coverage. And I've said this about my Cowboys. No matter how great your quarterback is, if your wide receivers can't beat one-on-one coverage, what can you do? They're having a hard time doing that. I think this is the game where they need, in my opinion, Mike McCarthy, the head coach and coaching staff, they need to try and implement Eddie Lacy. Because if they try and go out there and be one-dimensional, then it's probably going to be how against Minnesota week 17. And they're going to struggle and lose. I don't care how great your quarterback is, it's tough to win in the NFL if you're one-dimensional. You know what I mean? It's tough to do that. But I was back and forth. Like I say, Packers are only a 1-point favorite, man. This one is tough for me, man. I think I'm gonna roll with the home team and say the Redskins. Yeah, this one is gonna be Packers aren't playing well. I say the Vikings. The Redskins finished the season 6-3. Well, the Packers went 4-5. I think the Packers had a little bit tougher schedule, but it's still the NFL though, But I think I'm gonna go with the home team and say Redskins. I think they have a more balanced offensive attack. But they don't want Aaron Rodgers to get hot, man. They don't want that. Because I think if they gotta throw themselves back into the game, I'm not saying Kirk Cousins isn't capable of doing that, but he's known to turn the ball over. And then with Kirk, for some reason, when he turns the ball over, it's not just one; it's like 3-4 turnovers. You know what I mean? He's known for doing that. So I'm gonna lean towards the home team, the Redskins. Close. That's man. That one can go either way. I feel pretty confident in the Seahawks beating the Vikings up in Minnesota. I believe the Seahawks are a favorite in that one as well. So I forgot the Redskins and the Seahawks moving on, in my opinion. But I'm confident in the Seahawks, but the Redskins, man, that's a close one, man. In my opinion, that's a close one. You know, you got this one-dimensional great quarterback. He's not one-dimensional. The offense is usually one-dimensional. You know, and you've got the more team concept. Usually the team beats the one guy. You know, and that's what I'm banking on. Now, if they come out and they establish the run and Eddie Lacy has over 100 yards, if Eddie Lacy can get over 100 yards, then I will lean towards the Packers. You know, I just haven't seen that consistently over the last few weeks. So they finished the season, I think, 4-5, Green Bay, over the last 9. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. So the playoffs start tomorrow. I believe the first game is Chiefs and the Texans. Things like that, AFC, and then Sunday's an NFC game. So I'm definitely pumped up about that, man. Just let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And all my football fans, and know who you guys got winning, what you think, and who your winners are, and things like that, man. This your boy, The Real McCoy, man. I'm out. Peace.